Okay, hello everybody. This is Kristen here, and I am going to share with you how to do a foundation with BRI. The products that I'm going to be using today is our Flawless Finish liquid, liquid foundation. I also have the liquid concealer. I have my powder foundation. I have my blending sponge. I also have our amazing contour palette. And finally, our beautiful brush set, which is actually magnetic, so you can actually stand the brushes up in here or throw them. And then finally, I also have our contour brush, okay? So today I was going to show you how I have a clean, fresh face, no makeup. I actually did my facial mask today, so I'm tightened and toned. It also helps reduce some redness because I have a little bit of some acne going on, but I'm going to show you how to put some beautiful foundation on so that you are ready for makeup. Because we always want to have a perfect palette to accentuate with makeup. So here we go. So first you're going to take your beautiful blending sponge. All of the items that I'm featuring today you can get on my website. And the best way to order is to go to www.peacelovealoe.com and then click on the VIP link. If you place an order there, I do a monthly drawing. So I am actually spritzing some water on my little sponge. This will help your foundation blend perfectly. It will look airbrushed. You won't believe it. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put a little bit of makeup all over my sponge after I get it wet. And then I'm going to stipple. And the beautiful thing with stippling, I have a little mirror here that you guys can't see, but it's going to help me put the makeup on. So you just put your makeup on by just dabbing it. I know I look sick. So my color for Flawless Foundation is beige taupe, which is a medium. We have many different shades to make everybody look great. And this is, I can wear this anytime. And as you can see, I have a little bit of a tan. And this color still looks fabulous because as you can see, it's a little bit lighter than my tan. But once you start to blend, you won't be able to tell. And you guys, I get compliments all the time on my skin. Not just because of BRI, but because of my makeup too. Our products all work synergistically, including our makeup. So if you've never tried BRI makeup, it is very safe and gentle. You can use it on just about any skin type, and it's basically an extension of our skincare. So whenever you use BRI skincare, instead of going and getting the foundation that they put on at at the grocery store, like the grocery store brand, and even the department store brands, I'm just going to be honest, use heavy oils, mineral oil especially. So as you can see, I'm nice and blended. Let's see. See, I have that beautiful little pimple there. And I'm noticing on my lip, isn't that lovely? Anyway. So you can see I have a little bit of discoloration here. It's getting better. I've been using my bakuchiol serum, and that is a retinol alternative that is safe and natural. One of BRI's biggest goals is to bring safe, natural products to the marketplace. So everything we use is safe for sensitive skin. So as you can see, I just kind of blotted that out of existence. And then I need a little bit more here, I think. And the other beautiful thing is that this coverage is buildable. It's buildable and it's very light. It doesn't even feel like I have makeup on. So I'm just going to put a little bit on that little red spot. And then I'm going to also use some concealer here in a minute to really get rid of that. So I'm going to put a little bit more here just because that's one of my things that I don't love. The other thing that you can use here in this area could be our Time Erase Serum. But the Bucochial is actually really good. And it's on special this month in August. So if you want to try Bucochial, this is the time to try it. Okay. So I've just put on my liquid foundation. Just going to make sure I'm blended. You guys, I don't feel like I'm wearing anything. It has cleared up my complexion. Let me make sure. I'm looking at the computer and it's not the same as looking in the mirror. So the next step I have is my BRI concealer. And this is medium neutral. So you always want to go a shade or two lighter than your foundation. And now I'm going to work on these beautiful dark circles that I get, which they're actually not too bad. And I'm just going to stipple some more. Okay. And we do this over the foundation. All right. You can see it's a little bit much here, so we'll just, okay. And then I'm going to look here. It looks like I have a little bit of a pimply thing here. And then this guy. I had surgery this week. I have a little bit of stress, and so it's showing in some acne. And then this area here, I can still see a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of on the darker spots, put some of this concealer. Okay. Then we're going to take our blending sponge again. Guys, this thing is worth its weight in gold. You can see it has makeup on it. You just rinse it out. Use your cleanser, your BRI cleanser, or the BRI hand soap, and it will clean it right out. And here I am. I'm just stippling again to blend so that I don't look like I have this, these white spots. And what that does is it detracts from that. Since it's lighter, it's going to make those dark spots from the pimple or age spots or anything that you're dealing with. It's going to hide it. It's going to make it, that lighter color is going to stand out instead of that dark. And we blot, because if you rub, which is what I used to do years ago, is I would just rub it in. I'm like, what am I wearing? I'd put it on first and then it would just be gone. So this is how we use concealer. The other thing that you can do with concealer is if you have wrinkles, which I notice I have one on my forehead. Lovely, Kristen. You can use the concealer right in the wrinkle. So see how when I do that, I've got a wrinkle there. I can just kind of put a little line in there. Very subtle. And then you blot it again. And what that's going to do is it's going to make that wrinkle look less prominent, which is what we use makeup for, right? We're going to highlight the things that make us look beautiful. And we are going to try to hide the things that make us look less than perfect, right? So I don't know if you can tell. Maybe I need to blend this a little bit. But now I have my face. So that is foundation and concealer. And then I'm going to go a step further. You do not have to do this step. This is a step I do because it's how I was trained growing up. We always use translucent powder. And so I have my powder brush. And this is our foundation. It's a powder foundation. You can use it wet to dry. I always use it dry to set. Now, if I'm looking for an on-the-go type thing, I'll just use powder. I will just go ahead and put it on, and that's it. And then I will put, if I'm going to use some blush and eyeshadow, that's my quick look. Okay. So I'm just going to use my powder brush. There's actually a wet to dry sponge that comes in here, which mine's not in here, but it fits right in there. And then you can use that. So I'm just going to kind of continue with my stippling. And then I'll use this powder to set the makeup. And it gives me a little bit more coverage. You guys, I was the girl with cystic acne. I used to wear that nasty, thick Dermablend. I don't have to do that anymore. I have BRI. And I think that's why I feel more comfortable wearing the powder foundation on top. But you don't have to do this. But I feel like it gives me a good, even complexion. And then I feel like it's going to set the foundation, so I'm going to have good wear, which our coverage is very good, and it's very long wearing. It's like you can wear it all day. So there. Okay. So the final step that I'm going to show you today is our contouring, and I'm going to show you how to use it. So this is our little contour palette, and we have this really nice contour brush. And I use it. I saw somebody else use it a different way, but this is how I use it. So I'm just going to show you my way. You get to do it however it works for you. But this is a highlight. And remember how we talked about the concealer is a highlight. So it's going to bring up some of those dark areas. So like if you have a wrinkle, that little dark space inside the wrinkle, you're going to put the brighter part in to hide that so it looks less dark. And we're kind of going to do this. We are going to highlight the places that we want to stand out, and we are going to contrast the stuff to hide. So I always used to just use highlighter. I didn't understand the whole contour thing because this is new to me. So when I started by highlighting, so I'm using the highlighter right here. And then I would always highlight up here on my forehead, just a little, like it's subtle. We're not going to go crazy here. And then you highlight down your nose. Okay. And then your Cupid's bow right there. And then we're going to go along this cheekbone here. Okay. Because that's the part that the light touches. So we're going to highlight that. And then if you apply blush, you're going to do it right here in the middle. Okay. So now we're going to use the darkened spot. So we're going to do the dark here. And you're going to come down here and just kind of lightly shade, use the darker color down here. You guys, it doesn't look, it's very subtle. Okay. You don't look like you're putting, you ever see those contours where they have the dark and the light and they look like crazy? This is not that. Okay. So then you do this here because this is going to shape your face. It's going to help hide this part down here and make everything else look better. And then if you're like me, I got these big flaring nostrils. So you can use, that's why I use this end of the brush because it's kind of a round one and this is more of a oblong one. You can kind of sneak in here. And then what that does is it makes your nose look less wide. So that's how I contour. So your next step would be to do your blush, which I will demonstrate in another video. But this is our foundation. We are ready to put more makeup on. So thank you so much for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.